we gonna do? Thought I brought. Anyway, I guess we didn't bring no cards. But what I was picking up on is somebody that's in the wrong place. They were placed in a prominent position or something like this. I don't know, because it's like, oh, put away the wicked ways, but we passed that. It's judgment. So it's like somebody knows what they was doing to somebody's children all this time for like I'm even getting 300 years, y'all. Like whatever this has been going on for a long time. But we're going to focus on the last, could be 30 years. As these people jumped or went dauntless and found out their true origins or their true mothers or their true, these Cabbage Patch Kids, excuse me, the Cabbage Patch Kids are one. The Garbage Pail Kids are the others. The Garbage Pail Kids are more so those who went and had a rough life, or it was kind of maybe fun too. They was able to rob, kill, steal, rape, pillage, whatever, not get in trouble, be rough, tough, crazy, you know, baddies or whatever. And the Cabbage Patch Kids are the sweet ones that probably, when you start going through something, you could have hunkered down in the house, maybe picked up some tarot cards, or maybe went and started speaking something online, or read books, or went within, or just stayed silent, or whatever. But the thing that we're talking about is the mixing up of, you could have footage of somebody coming out of somebody's womb. The birth certificate says this person, but that's not really who that was, or that's not who they are now, or that child was taken. What you have now is not that child. So I'm just saying it was just a whole bunch. It's like identity theft. So whatever they just did with the social security numbers, and they got breached or whatever. It's almost like, I don't know why the government wouldn't just stick on something like that. And we still don't have an answer. Like, why would they do that unless something foreign is going on? They want, like, Americans to feel like the motherless child or fatherless child on their own soil. It would be like right after that, we should have had something, a confirmation of, oh, we're going to do a new system. It kind of freaky a little bit, the fact that nobody has said nothing, that every single social security number was breached. Is there a new numbering system? Was it already something set in place where everybody fell into place? So who's asking? Nobody's saying anything. So what did that just do? It's almost too like, if there is a God energy, there's a odds with me or somebody else, because again, like those people, a man came in and said, hey, change with those silvery people in that cartoon that I watched. He started that, and it's like an instrument shape. That's why I think it's like something with like this Prince energy. Now, we could be going back in playing around with colonization or something like this. It's something very because so much time has passed and so many people have mixed in bloodlines, and so many people have, you know, mixed in, and they are now the children of the colonizers. Like, you know, the term America in the 1828 dictionary that is applied to the copper colored people that was found here by the colonizers, basically, but now it's been given to the children of the colonizers. So, I mean, in a sense, a lot of us are the children of the people of this land and colonizers, or, you know, so you see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, but it's this about like genetics and DNA, like activation. Where are you at when it comes to activation? Because some of these people are being activated right now to be in the mindset of the people that came here. You have to think about this. These could be agendas from the beginning. All right. with slavery, which again, slavery was started by Africans. It was not started by Europeans or other people. It was started by Africans. They were already doing it, and then these people got wind of it. They had ships, and they were all over the world, and then that's when it started going worldwide. Just like anything else, just like the, Bill Gates or whoever this was or whatever, or the Facebook dude started this in the garage, and it just grew. You know, some of you guys have garages in your mind. It was something that I was picking up on, the jumping from Windows to Apple or to another processing system being more heavily used. Us getting these kind of things, but it's like, I feel like when I was 8, 9 years old or something like this, I created something like, or was a part of a head, like a collective group of heads that created something like the internet in general. But then this could be something that today is, if the person didn't get acknowledged for this and they didn't get to work with this and start a company, and it's something about foundation. It's something about, if America is building a foundation, somebody's always there to not act like this person ain't America, act like it ain't it didn't originate, and then, you know, to take it. So these are things that people going into the future, we're acting like we are not going to be able to go into the future without technology, without the internet, without AI. We're going more and more into this. We really don't know really what all this shit is about. We don't even know what it all entails. We don't know what else we're letting in with it. It's like a Trojan horse. But it's something that got the focus of people more than people, other people. And it's like, you know, this stuff is not mandatory now. If ever we seen this as a war tactic or something that was tearing something apart or tearing something, people did survive without it. Or a major concern, or this could be something that wicked people have been able to exercise and use at a certain rate. This could be the whole thing about the tech gods and then the real gods or whatever, the original gods, and them saying you better come over here or else you die. And what if that's not how it was in the movie? What if that was the best thing for us? What if these people went into the future? Not, it might be even some people that get lost in the future if something like this gets shut down, and they could be the ones that's coming back here causing all this havoc. So it's almost like people be waiting to see what I'm going to say on here and say, oh, that's just little stuff. We already know that that's remedial or something like this. But this is the only thing that's supposed to be talked about. You're not really supposed to be revealing things of the heavens. That's supposed to be getting taken care of. But if somebody ever tried to lock me out of the heavens, then my body or my mechanisms is not hooked into that. If they were able to block it, that would also be a danger, I'm guessing. If they're not God and they're trying to block me from heaven or higher knowledge, because my body has been laid there and has been used for all the different levels. You get what I'm saying? That's the part about heaven being my abode and then earth being the footstool or everything else beneath it. So I seen somebody put up a post on my board and it said, I'm good without Jesus. I'm good without Jesus. And it's like, but these are people that already ate off the plate of Jesus or drank from the well, and now they have this everlasting something, so they think. And now somebody did not document. These are undocumented workers. We don't know who these people is that have this vital information or intel or this juice or whatever this is, because people have been taking from something and giving. It's like there's not just Adam and Eve. This is like say Adam and Eve was like nations. You know, Adam is America, North America, and Eve is Canada, or Eve is Mexico, or Eve is England. You know what I'm saying? Well, I won't use that one. I'll just say one as above, so below, one of the two. And somebody was taking from America to give to the rest, or they say 7 continents, I say 2. I say you got North America, you got Canada, you got Mexico, South America, all this, whatever on one, Alaska and shit over here on one. continent because it's a large body of water, so a large body of land surrounded by water. So what I see is two. Just like you got two lungs, I see two. And then I see Asia, you know. For all I know, the shit could be beneath our feet. I don't know. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I've never been overseas, is what I'm trying to tell you. All right? So those long ass flights could just be to confuse your ass, and it's really on the same continent beneath our feet. But even on the map, I'm just thinking, like, why are you trying to fool me? Because if that's what that means, then there you go with one. And then you got Asia, Africa, all the places over here. Then that's two. If you go back to Pangea, it's one. I think it's Pangea. And Canada would be merged possibly with Europe. And then, you know, you put it back together again, then Africa will be merged with what? The East Coast. Then you will go, you know, and I forget what's down there. Australia, Antarctica, this kind of whatever this is, will be merging something back together again. And then I think Iceland is over here somewhere. It could be a frozen heart. I don't know why I'm thinking of like something like this. A summon. Woman so heartless. Maybe somebody was summoned to Iceland. Or maybe that's where Trump... I think Trump went to Iceland or something like this. Somewhere like that. Within the past couple of years. But I do feel ripped off or something like this. Like, whatever it is, I feel like what they say, the money is the root of all evil, or, you know, basically connected to the devil. So it's almost like somebody said, okay, the juice is still there. We didn't damage it, we didn't steal it, we didn't take it, but actual money you don't have. But everybody came and fed off of it, and then they left. But they saying, oh, I'm okay without this, but you got it already in you. Yeah, I feel like somebody could have took extra money, or they're saying, oh, something is actually broke. Okay. America could have been building, and then the United States knew that the corporation was in trouble, or the company, for going against America, God, or whatever this is. And so they came in and siphoned everything and try to take it over here to the east to build up, but not only use it for our nation, even though we've been giving to other nations that need it, even before our own. That should have been a red flag. This could show the expansion of the power that these people have now. And now, you know, even you were saying, oh, Caucasian people are prejudiced and stuff. Try to get this race war. They even tried to incite a race war, I think, within the past couple of weeks. They tried to put on a big to-do, ta-da, something. But it's whatever this is, it don't have nothing to do with the two different races like that. If anything, it would be all of the other nations coming against America, and then they want you fighting over that. So I've already seen enough to see that somebody can change their whole color. They can change their whole, so, you know. I don't know if you call that a sellout. If you had the opportunity to change yourself to go hide or blend in or not be who you are when they made a mockery or something like this, to make something more believable. This could be also, people want you to put all your guts out, or all the gusto out, so they could say, or want you to continue saying something like, I'm God, I'm Christ, or something like this, so they can continue to do this, to continue to make it seem like you're not, by using technology and things. Now, if you get technology and science out the way, dealing with the regular populace, they don't have access to the people like that anymore. So you will see what the difference will be. It's like somebody, like a big mama energy, having to stand up and start putting something on punishment. I don't know. It's kind of like people, technology is more prominent in a lot of other places like China and stuff like this. And the way we do things here is different. We have like laws, like the white man's laws, or man's laws, or the laws of God, or whatever this is. that would not be respected in other places. They could be like, hey, we don't, just like we say, these laws, we don't, one of those old quotes, you know, basically they don't have no laws that no rules that the black man or something put forth that these people have to regard when they have this particular law. But again, we may not be talking about black people. We could be talking about people that's in the dark, or people that are dealing in the darker realms here. Dark magic, dark Wiccan, dark energy here. Something is just very offbeat, and it's almost like somebody's trying to escape. They could be embarrassed by me, and so they're like, I'm going to take somebody else to this other planet with me or something. It was going to be you. It was always you, or we was all good until now. But whatever this is, that's not the original. It's like something that it's a hollowed out version of somebody that's trying to take access and move into another realm. You don't belong there. It's like people that's flying or in higher elevated you don't belong there. First of all, you need to get those people out of there. I feel like somebody thought that they was doing a favor by wiping out my kind or punishing my kind, but it's like your kind has been doing something to me. What would make you think that you should do that to them? You just created these children behind my back for them to take the sins. So instead of everybody trying to put the sins on me, they saw that it wasn't working. So you tried to take from me children or something like this and put the sins on them and have them, and so you could have another 300 years to do whatever this is. It's something crazy like this, and it's like, it's enough. It's enough already. And then to raise those children, if those children are made like me, or they thought they would be able to do the same thing God did, then they thought they could use these children to take me out or something like this. The living God energy or whatever this is, or a piece of it, right? So I'm trying not to go, whatever would be deeper or more understood from the heaven, that's not going to be passing out my mouth here. But I could feel the stuff getting done. You know what I'm saying? I could feel some other activity, some other conversation, some other commotion going on throughout my body. But what I'm saying here is, I'm not supposed to be showing out or trying to over speak anybody or speak in terms that's, you know, over people's head or something, right? Because again, organized crime, if the media is not telling us the truth about certain things and they're making themselves fat and rich while they've given us some bullshit on the news to worry about, you get what I'm saying? That would be a level of organized crime. So it's almost like somebody's like, oh, well, go ahead and feel like somebody pushed. Okay, I never got to live on this earth. I've always been around dead things or things like this and helping other things grow or give. That's my service, whether I knew it or not. It's like somebody before you could get actually born, and now I got the power, the abundance, the everything right that comes with my caste or class to handle things accordingly. It's all scattered. So when Israel, when certain people in the Bible was scattered, I'm starting to see more so that it was because I had to be self-taught, right? I'm still self-teaching myself, right? Somebody that can have the most power to obliterate things right now, but I have to teach myself, because guess what? The guides and everybody that got paid or got extra time on this earth or chose to come to earth and sign contracts to come here and do stuff for this, they didn't do any of it. Nobody did it. They just act like I didn't exist. Or they just fed off of my energy from behind the scenes and they just didn't do anything. And they think that they can stop doing that and now show some attention and they don't have to get through judgment. Because if you were cleaved on to me and you're walking away and you have money and you look back and I don't have anything and you know what I gave or what you took, what would you feel? So some people might be like, oh, come get this or da-da-da now or something. And I just feel like, you know, whatever this is, you got to be that first. And there's only one here and nobody else can be that first. So they cannot really have these things. Nobody say you can't go up and go steal something. I can say you can't have the money in my bank account. Somebody could go today and get my ID and go to my bank tomorrow and rip out everything in there if it was something in there. They could. They shouldn't be, but they could. It could happen. It could happen to you. And if there's thousands of people, they're gonna get bigger. They're gonna get bolder, and you could have. There could be also another hidden money. I'm hearing that there could be another hidden money component that these people. Now it might be Bitcoin or something like that, but That's even dirtier. Like, because who's tracing what's going on with Bitcoin? Unseen money being changed from account to account. That may be where the focus should have been. But I promise you, somebody think that I'm phony or you're phony because they thought that they were planning this with you. But it was somebody like one of these other potential family members that could have been, again, your husband. My husband may not have left me for anybody. This nigga could have died around me by the hands of these. I heard blood on the leaves, right? When I was at home, I'm like, what the hell that mean? But I know that I've seen, like, in dreams and visions, like, dark things happening around my house in the night while I'm sleeping. Okay? Or somebody coming in and cleaning up a place or cleaning up something, even supernaturally cleaning up something. But it's almost like if because my guy, every day he leaves the house, he goes around the house. He comes out the front door, he goes around the house, he checks the house. I don't know why he does. I was starting to think it was spell work, bitch, or something. But he goes around there clockwise, like one time or two. And I swear the other day when I looked out, he didn't expect me to be looking out there. Because, you know, I normally don't get up and go outside unless I'm like, ooh, you forgot to do this or give me that or whatever like this. And then it seemed like he was coming up like out of the bush or something. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Why it look like you coming up out of a hiding spot or something like this? But I didn't say nothing. I just was like, you know, oh my goodness. So also, I could tell what they did. They took my energy or something like this because they're embarrassed that a woman is going to be. It's like, fuck a Daenerys, whatever. They never let that person on the throne. Like, okay, or they could have let another cousin you thought was a girl, but it's really a boy. That's why they were able to rule something behind the scenes. But they still didn't let the person go public. Okay? They still didn't let the person. But these motherfuckers, they will take. It's like they took my guts out and put it inside of my guy. And I don't want that way. I want all my shit brought back to me. You get? So that it can still be a guy. And somebody is trying to leap off of earth or leave here and pretend like they're God and leave something some kind of way or something. But it's almost like they're compelled to do. It's like they're almost compelled to do what I say. If I say bring my energy, but again, it could be almost like somebody was trying to lighten the load for you to take you off. But I'm telling you, whoever these people is, okay, because I know what it feels like to be this energy. If I was this all this time and not be aware of anything, somebody messed up along the line somewhere. And now somebody that's least, it's like one king came and ruled for a little bit of time and something has been really choppy, like different. You know how a company be doing really good and then it's going down and somebody's like, I can go clean it up. And then that person fell and then the next person. And so now it's not even as strong of a company no more because you done had, for 100 years, you had the same good thing going on with your owners and the people that own the company and the CEOs and everything and the board. Everything was good. But something happened in the past where you could look, that's how you know when a company is failing, that they didn't change different owners and things like this, and they didn't change buildings, or they didn't change like 10 times in the last 10 years. Like, whoa, what's going on here? And it's almost like up and down. You could feel it like in your, I don't know, spirit or something. Something going up and down, and then it's like, damn, it's my turn. People are like, oh, shut up or whatever, and then they just trying to do anything, but they don't understand that they reign, whatever they was doing is over. It doesn't matter if you if it been over, you've been saying it's over. Let's let these Christ people on this bullshit. We know it ain't no such thing as God or Christ or whatever. Let's let them think that let's show them what we're doing a little bit and let them know that we already won this shit 10 years ago. It wouldn't matter. It's like pulling all them cords out. The same thing, somebody took all this time to put together. A lot of these people, they're foreign, so they don't know what it took for our ancestors to blood, sweat, and tears on this soil. So it was easy for them just to come in. A lot of their countries, large portions of it they was going to prosper now. They had been in dire situation or overpopulated. And this was going to be right? It also makes you, it will be humiliating to the government and to the media that they've been kind of like shallowly, like they've been kind of like holding a blanket. Oh, I don't know. It would be a little humiliating, I'm guessing. But who cares? Same thing if like somebody has got a picture of you naked with 4 men and you're supposed to be a straight man with a family and everything. You better just take that. Nobody told you to be doing that or just trusting anything at the moment or something. Like, they want, again, they want me to speak more to bite after my words or something like this. But it wouldn't matter if I was straight and I end up going on a weekend and I ended up in a situation where, whether I was sober or not, I ended up being with 4 women or something like this for the first time in my life. That's my fucking business. That's my choice. But like, who cares if you seen it then? If you went through all that to stalk me down to the moment, I mean, because we all know that nothing you're doing is being unseen. But that's like either me sacrificing myself. Like, that's why I'm saying, let these people sacrifice themselves. Because you're going to tell me a whole nation of people is starving because we got a picture of a man sucking another man's dick and he supposed to be married? Why? Or just because somebody was married and somebody got them on tape with another person. It could be real. It could be fake. It could be Photoshop. We don't know. But whatever it is, so you're going to let the nation fall because of your own selfish one thing that you did? Because I keep hearing maybe God went a little crazy. No, God ain't went a little crazy. I feel real centered. Something that you created in the image of God or something like this that you disrespectfully created, that could be feeling some kind of way. I told y'all to stop that shit right there. When you heard me say I'm the wife of God, and then they ran with it. They started to take all my energy, prep it, and then put it in. No, I wasn't even talking about nothing that's on this earth. Talk about, excuse me. I'm talking about like the family failing an emperor or stealing from an emperor until they're an empress, and then they got to be like a damsel in distress, and God got to pick up that person, like in a certain sense. And then after whatever this is that y'all doing with technology or something, you dividing or separating that person or dwindling that person down to what you would seemingly think is death, unrecognizable or something like this on from your point of view. You see, and then we got spirit, because then we have all these different elements here. And you really can't touch that. And so, you know, we just talking. Because they're waiting for me to say things, because there's millions of women that's waiting now since you've exploited me on a lowly level. There's crazy ass people and everything that want to be me, that will do anything, especially for a man, to show them I'm the one that you should choose. And so if these are men that can only be by the flesh, by getting their dick sucked, and who do it best, and who let them poke them in their booty hole and all this other stuff, all that stuff is not even required really to create children. So that's just extras. So again, this is shallow. I don't know, it's something weird like that to me. So somebody willing to throw away some people have been connected to people for 100 years, 1,000 years. You could have been connected to somebody in a marriage or something here on the earthly realm. I'm also seeing that a lot of people that was not married, a lot of people that could have jumped out of the Truman Show and had a totally different life, and they left a robot like them behind to be your friend, just to keep an eye on you so they can take that information back. And as you grow and you see, they will be in the background pulling out stuff, stealing your stuff, putting it to the side if they cared about you, whatever. But if you start talking about, hey, I think this is strange, I wonder if these people was the enemies. Yeah, I think so. Then they start messing up your stuff behind the scenes, going against God. So there's some people like Peach McIntyre's like, oh yeah, I'm married, but these are the women that could have been working together behind the scenes to try to ruin my marriage, or put their stuff from their real unmarried self that was really in the Truman Show on me to talk about it as if my relationship was a piece of shit. Because people ain't gonna stop and say, wait, when she's saying that her husband, but I don't care what you think. It's just only supposed to get the juices flowing in your head. It doesn't matter if you think that my husband, I know what the fuck I seen. I ain't never seen no nother problem with no nother bitch in my reality. But you could think that. you could really think that if you want to. And it's not going to hurt my feelings. Because I'm the one that has to relate. I had to find a way to authentically and articulate this particular storyline. Right? So that's that. And I feel like, again, with this ascension, them trying to block key pointers, or you know, when you play, I used to love playing softball when I was young. It was my favorite thing, volleyball, softball. tetherball. And you know, with the basis or whatever, you feel a heightened something when you get to them bases, and then the next time somebody hit that ball, you like, ooh, I'm gonna get boom, boom, boom. You know, you know, yeah, next. That's what I said. A person wanted to leave somebody at what's next the whole motherfucking time, but that's okay too, because a lot of this stuff is not moving by feet pitter-pattering around. Somebody is not even a part of the worker race. And I feel like what Healing to Express, all these people, these children that could have been taken, or these women that was working behind the scenes with these people that could have split this husband or made him into a clone so they can experience having a man like mine. They would not be online talking about the same thing. There's not even enough people. I don't even have enough of an audience. There's not enough people that should even be watching me online that have seen me or anything to say, oh, you ruined everything. You ruined it. It's not even that serious. It's like they can do that to people when they get like the $1 million mark on the social media platform that they presented themselves on, but somebody ain't even there yet. So all these rituals that they're doing to me, you're not, you see, somebody couldn't take the fact of you being smart enough to use something to a certain level and then boom, back down or get out before it gets to that level, before y'all start recruiting or scouting me, because we got scout in reverse. So this is actually not real scouting. Somebody can't be scouted. I can't be scouted right now. But that's what somebody's doing. They're sitting in like janky promoters to set a person up or something like this. Or say for instance, they created a clone from my husband to have a clean reputation. And these could be my family and people that was closest to me, right? In my reality or in the Truman Show. But they try to create another me and like soil it, because these are people that could have been talking about me being, you know, fast or something like this, aunties and older women and stuff like this, because of that type of energy or sensual energy that could have been geared towards me as a child by their mates and all this other stuff, even if they didn't inappropriately we're talking about something that's happening on some type of frequency. So, so I guess they thought that they could humiliate me with classified information or private information while I was a fountain or something like this. And that wasn't enough. So they're basically holding me back with no finances, no information about like, hey, because these people act like, oh, I'm doing it on myself. I do what I want. But you got to wake up and something is in your head like, last week I did this work. Oh, that money, let me make this money move or something. It's different when somebody already been in the game, running this shit, running things behind the scenes, however they want, and getting, you know, it's almost like the civil rights movement. When they find out somebody go to jail, they go get them out. A whole bunch of people meet up and go get them out. So this could have been happening all across America here with these particular outsiders or whatever this is, or these pharaoh people. All right. Or gypsy. It could be also another level of like gypsy kind of energy. Okay. But so now if God did, I did go through a transformation, they could be using that version of me to go do something else for their need. And that's why I said this shit got to stop. I want them to find all my stuff, you know. And somebody's like, bitch, we hid it because, you know, if they find it, then we don't, you're going to die out or you're not going to. But it's just the fact of, no, these people, like I told y'all yesterday, when it comes to organ harvesting or something, yeah, a heart costs this much. People might build their whole career on harvesting and trafficking and harvesting for hearts. But there's other little things that if somebody took the time to find out, other shit is valuable too. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's like, can I have this after somebody done with something or whatever? Can I have that? Or if just somebody's done with your ribs or something, can I have these bones to go feed it to my dogs? You know, back in the 80s, dogs used to be outdoorsy. Remember? And people would like, we used to put all our scraps from the dinner plates and stuff from all the kids at my grandma's house in this bucket. And my uncle and them used to come take it outside in one of them big old aluminum turkey pans, you know, or one of them big old black, you know, them big ass black oval pots with the spots on it. You know, everybody dump it in there and then they take it out there and feed it to their pit bulls or to their dogs. Bones and everything. So somebody definitely Because you know the heart is a very powerful organ in the body. So like I said, but there's other things too. And that's what I feel like, even just on a level, the soul, them fighting for the soul of America on a level, you see? It's the same thing that these people doing. It's like a Houdini thing. We talking about this on here right now. It's just surface level. People think I reveal too much information. If anything, you come in here still like that though, but you know you respond in this way. Let me know that you know that I said that shit exactly how it was. And we're not just talking about that Sandy like Drake and this person like that person and da-da-da-da-da. I didn't even mean to say Drake. I don't know what Daryl, I'm about to say Darren or something, but I don't know why I said that. But anyways, because I think that's his mom's name. You get what I'm saying, okay? Something going back and forth, like oh, but he was at, you know, this person, and he was talking to these people. That's what, you know, because the way my mind works, it gotta go like all over the place, and you gotta just catch it. And I think a lot of masculines be mad because they want me to be one of these girls that focus on their story or focus what they saying or something. But if you can't communicate to me no more like you used to, it's something wrong. And if I'm not concerned, maybe I should be. But if I'm not concerned, then it might be something wrong on your side. It ain't nothing that I did. Hold on one second.